Guess y'all was waiting for the intro, huh? All of a sudden, bam, here I am. So yeah, here we are on Saturday night. Got the green cup out, sucking down a couple of some margaritas. Now, uh, I figured what the heck. Let's keep y'all guessing. I'll just hit the start button and here we go. So, uh, good evening, good morning, whatever it is, wherever you are, whatever you watch this. I appreciate everybody being here. Uh, hello, Phil, Chris. I mean, Chris, let's be honest. Do you do you shoot from the hip on these questions or do you plan it during the week, during the game? I mean, what are you doing? Because well, don't reveal your secrets, but whatever you're doing, keep it up, man. That shit's hilarious. Hilarious. Can I get a laugh or two tonight? Oh, dude, yeah. You did, bro. Oh my gosh, you did. You did. Ah, yeah. Workforce freebie is always good to see you. Yeah, grilling that gator tail. I'm telling you, man, if you ever get a hold of some good gator, let that thing marinate in some of that shrimp and crab boil for a little bit and then fry her up. It's gonna be pretty good. Ah, did I miss anybody? Well, they'll show up. They'll write something. Ah, well, you're doing a fine job, Chris. Fine job. So yeah, we find ourselves here at the end of another uh Coop virtual season. It was Bryce, you made it. You made it. Good to see you, Bryce. Uh oh, I know I keep stopping my thoughts going to another tangent, but Bryce, I saw where you upload another video. Of course, I didn't get a chance to look at it yet because of the Coach Coop show, but I will give that a look. Uh y'all that those who are here don't know Bryce is putting some videos out. It's pretty good stuff. I think what's this like your second one, dude? I do anticipate and look forward to seeing it. Uh so yeah, that was good stuff tonight from Coop, as always. Coop works his little hind end off doing all that stuff for our entertainment. And I personally want to tell Coop if he ever gets bored and watches this kind of stuff. Excuse me. You're doing a fine job as always, Coop. You're doing great stuff. One thing I will say, Coop, got to get a little thick skin. I know you try to make everybody happy. I know you try to please everybody, but people gonna be what people gonna be. Speak your mind, speak the truth, speak how you feel, and everybody else can just kick rocks, dude. It'd be all right. Oh, yes, indeed. What a day, what a day, what a day, man. As y'all know, we were here pretty late in the morning or early in the morning, late in the evening yesterday. And man, I got up this morning and I had to change an O2 sensor on my truck, and then I did some grass cutting. And of course, it's so darn dry. I got crap flying around. I got stuff all in my throat. So if I'm coughing or clearing my throat, I do apologize. Watched a little bit of the Dolphins preseason, and then here we are. So, uh, oh, you took it down to re-edit? Okay. Well, if y'all are interested in Bryce's work, make sure you as the YouTubers say, hit that bell to get the important notifications. I wonder if anybody's got that trademarked or whatever, copyrighted, you know. But anyway, nah, it was fun tonight. It was really fun. I look forward to next week. He has his official question and answer, and then you know, season kicks off the week after that, man. We already here. So as usual, if anybody would like to jump on and speak their mind, ask questions, call me names, I don't care. I did put the invite link in the Discord. I hope it works. Cause after a couple of these, uh things happen. Oh, I forgot. I forgot. Oh yeah. We have Emma She 06. Apparently this person is from Argentina. I forgot. I'm also streaming on Twitch too. I'm trying some crazy things, fellas. Uh I'm doing the YouTube and simultaneously going on Twitch just to kind of throw a bait out there in the water, see what I catch. Uh so everybody, I don't know if y'all can see it in the chat. I can, but we have a El Buddha or Buddha. Says the name is Pene. It's Pene. So South Coast Kane going international, baby. I am now the Mr. Worldwide. Nah. So for our visitors, glad to have y'all from the Twitch feed. Uh this is primarily my Miami Hurricanes channel, college football, but we talk about anything and everything, you know. But that is so cool. That is so cool. My message is reaching Argentina. Let's see Coop beat that. Nah. Ah, Messi or Ronaldo? All right, you soccer fans in the chat, I'm sure y'all could answer that. So, so to the folks that are on the Twitch feed, just sit back, enjoy the show. Uh, get you some popcorn or whatever you find folks munch on where you're at and enjoy the ramblings of an old fool here. So, it looks like my co-host, the man who probably can't seem to live without me. Uh uh everybody help me and welcome my good friend and your good friend. And if he's not your good friend, he needs to be. Mr. Bryce. How you doing,
Sir,
dude?
what's up, John?
Did we
Just
catch you in the middle of something, bro? Are you organizing the closet?
Nah, I'm actually in my laundry room. I'm multitasking right now, my dude. Getting my laundry done.
Man, you had all day to get that laundry done. Here we are. You're at midnight where you are, and you just now doing your laundry.
So, thing is I had towels in here, and my towels didn't want to dry, so I had to keep rerunning my dryer. So,
Yeah.
yeah, the towels didn't want to dry, so I was like, oh, great. So I'm gonna be here for a hot minute having to dry these towels. So, yeah,
Well, I appreciate your multitasking and joining the show.
yeah,
Uh
yeah. But he got it done tonight, though, Jordan. You did. We were talking about it yesterday. He got it done.
he did. I was very surprised. I mean, I was my prediction was 44-24 Miami, but I was just being funny. But dude, that was I really expected a closer game than that, you know. But it
Yeah.
is what it is.
Yep.
Had the old glitch.
Hmm.
Of course, I'm sure, and I don't want this to sound rude, but I'm sure Coop's probably happy to get back to his Pokemon and Zelda and World of Warcraft and all that good stuff on the Twitch, and you know not have to worry
Hmm.
about the football. But you know what I mean. Oh,
Yeah.
so
So
yeah. Oh,
I ain't gonna lie to you though. Towards the end of the stream, because I know Inter Miami was playing tonight, and I saw that they were in the penalty, and I was like, "What the heck's going on?" So I literally went on to ESPN, like, "What the heck's going on over here?" That was intense. I'm not a soccer fan, but I was literally watching that whole entire thing. Like, that was intense. But honestly, though, that's awesome though for Inter Miami. I believe what's his name? Not isn't Beckham. What's his name? I know it's Beckham. I can't think of his first name, but that was very cool though. Oh, uh,
David Beckham, that's his name.
David Beckham. Yeah,
And
I don't know
I
why.
don't know the first thing about soccer other than it's round and has like these funny shapes that are different colors. You know,
Hmm.
that's
Yeah,
about you got to put the ball in the net, and you can't touch it with the hand unless you're a goalie, and that's
yeah,
about my extent of soccer.
yeah. I mean, I played soccer when I was younger. I didn't play goalie, but I played defender and forward. Scored one goal in my life, but I got one, so I could brag about that. But
Hey, dude, brag away because you're better than I am. So look, since we are, I'm simultaneously streaming. I don't know what the cool kids call that. I just call it doing multitasking streaming here.
mhm,
On the Twitch, my handle, my screen name, I go by Ferrari Frenzy, Ferrari underscore Frenzy. Uh, so over here on the YouTube, I'm on my South Coast Kane channel. My government name is Jordan Page, but you can call me what you want. Just don't call me late to dinner. So, again, just a disclaimer, as Coop would say. I'm trying to. So I don't know if y'all can see that. The YouTube guys and girls can see that, and I don't know if I don't know what y'all can see. I don't care. We're having fun. Ah, so I watched, as probably everybody else did, Coop's official season prediction video. Uh, First, I congratulate him on having the kahunas to come out with that. Personally, I again, I, I've said it. I've said it 1,000 times. I'll say it 1,001. But it's like we said last night. Everybody's right. Everybody's wrong. Okay. Nobody knows. Everybody's just making the best guess they feel.
mhm,
And personally, after the first or second quarter of the Miami Ohio game, I'll give my thoughts and theories. I may give my thoughts and theories after the game, but I got to see something on the field. Uh but honestly, I think Coop was pretty much spot on uh as far as the total record for next year.
mhm,
Um we can sit here and argue, or not really argue, but we can debate and,
yeah,
and give our wherefores and where art thous and whys and why nots until the
yep,
sun comes up. But, you know, as far as who does Miami beat, who does Miami lose to, uh, and we'll find out. It's going to be what it's going to be. I really think, uh, I, I, I think 7-5 would be great. I think as long as they do anything from 500 and above will be a good season. Just because of the fact. it's another, start over.
Right.
But the
Yeah.
thing is, as long as we improve, as long as the team gets better and, things start to progress or, get progress instead of regressing, uh, it'll be what it be. So I guess talking about Coop's video,
Hmm.
uh, I have no quarrel with it. I think, you know, you
Yeah.
can you can again you can argue what team we lose to, what team we beat, but I think the overall body of work, he was spot on.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Bryce?
Well, it's funny that you're talking about that because Workforce Freebie says Coop is going to get so much flack for 7-5 right where I am at, that but the fan base thinks so much more. 7-5 is the floor, 9-3 this 9-3 is the ceiling. Now, to comment on what you said, Jordan, I think Coop is spot on, so I would have to agree with you on that. Um, for me personally, I'm feeling 8-4. I think 8-4 for me would be the ceiling. I think you go 8-4, get a bowl win. I think that's a pretty darn good season. I think you go 7-5. That's still an improvement plus a bowl win, which is a little bit better on the resume. And again, we haven't won a bowl game since 2016, so it's been a little while since we won a bowl game. But I think, to be honest with you, if you want to be even more brutally honest, I would say 6-6. Your 6-6 is your floor. I think 7-5 is comparing 7-5 to 6-6. I think anybody would take 7-5 all day over than 6-6. But again, it goes back to what we were talking about last night. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong. You really don't know. So at the end of the day, we're not going to know until we kick it off September 1st, 7:30 p.m. at Hard Rock Stadium against Miami, Ohio. So
Right.
it's just to wait and see.
And honestly, though, talking about what Mr. Workforce said, I think a lot of it is a lot of these cats just want to bitch because they want to bitch.
Yeah.
They want to talk noise just for the sake of talking noise. You know, uh it it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I think as long as they do better than 5-7, hey, and just keep progressing. You know,
Hmm.
uh, I I really think they can. I think they could do 7 wins. I really do. But again, we don't know because we haven't seen anything.
Right.
So,
Right. And
uh,
it's not it's very doable. Like because again, how are we talking about again? The first 5 games, we could easily go 5-0. We could be 4-1. You know, it could vary. But it's not to it's not the beginning of the schedule that I'm too worried about. I mean Texas A&M, yeah, that's a 50-50 game, you know, but other than that, Georgia Tech, we should be able to take care of business. But it's as soon as we start that last towards the end of the stretch when we play UNC and further beyond,
right,
that's when
right,
we're
right,
that's
right.
when we're really gonna know, okay, where is this team at and where are we gonna finish,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But
But but
you
yeah,
know, it,
again, it beating the dead horse to a dust here.
yeah.
It it's again, you just that's kind of like one of the things that you kind of have to love and hate about Miami. You never know what you're gonna get. You never know what you're gonna get. We could have like a magical run like we did in 2017, and the next thing you know, we end up ends up hitting the fan. Or we
Okay.
could,
No, no, go ahead.
Yeah. Or, we could have a solid season, improve, and then hopefully, in terms, I don't mean to bring up recruiting here, but again, everything has to do with recruiting, because winning games equals better recruiting. We can improve and hopefully build off that and, land some of these guys that, that we go after. Like, I don't want to bring up his name, but what's his name? Uh, Cameron Franklin, I think that's his name. 5 star, I think he was the 5 star defensive back, I think, or defensive line
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that went to Ole Miss, and he visited Miami like 5 times, and a lot of people were saying he was gonna go to Auburn, which I thought he was gonna go to Auburn. Turns out he actually ended up going to Ole Miss, you know, and happy for the young man, he's definitely gonna ball out for Ole Miss. But I'm saying this because if you want to be able to get guys like that, we got to see on-field results and win games, which again, it circles back to we have no idea what type of team that we're going to be getting this year heading into the first game of the season, you know, and some people said, "Oh, it's just Miami, Ohio. It could be a cakewalk." Well, we don't know that.
Right, right, right. You
So,
know, but I mean, we got we got some good talent coming in. You got a couple of fives coming, but you know,
yeah.
so let me ask this question to everybody. So how long? Because I mean, all we've done is talked about this coming season. It seems like. So
Yeah.
how long before we hit that 10-win season? Do we do it? I mean, I'm talking including this year. Okay, so
Hmm.
this year, this season, in 2 weeks will be week one. That'll be year one. So,
Yep.
how many years do you think before we hit 10 wins, including this year?
It's hard to say. I mean, if I'm gonna break it down, I think it has to start with this year. Year two under Mario Cristobal and this coaching staff. And I think it depends on where we end up finishing the season, whether it be bowl eligible or ACC championship or whatever it may be, you know. And it also depends on where we finish in recruiting for heading into the 2024 season and beyond. You know, I'm not saying it's impossible to win 10 games this year because it's college football. Anything's
Right.
possible. But I mean, if I'm gonna take a guess on a 10-win season, maybe 2, 3 years.
Well, I was thinking me myself. So, okay, let's just go ahead and let's just say we get the 7 wins this year that everybody seems to be pretty much in agreement on. Let's just go ahead and say it for the sake of argument.
Hmm.
Say we get 7 wins this year. You know, I think if we can get the 7 wins, beat the teams that we're supposed to beat, with the exception of maybe one or two.
Right.
And then next year we could probably hit that 9 game win plateau,
Hmm.
and then maybe in 2025 we can start get. I mean, we can really have a serious chance to hit those 10 wins. Workforce says 2 to 4 years, and that's I will agree with that. But I guess the key to it though is improving. You know, even if we only win 6 games this year, well, we need to do 8 next year, 7 or 8. Depending on who we lose to. We all know it's going to be tough sledding against your Clemson, your Florida State, uh, maybe North Carolina, just because. But as long as we can take care of business against the teams like your Miami of Ohio's, against your Texas A&M's, your Georgia Techs, Virginia, your Louisville, North Carolina State, those teams, so forth and so on. And then just play your heart out and hope for the best against the more stronger teams. Yeah, I'm really hoping in, say about 2025, 2026 that, Miami has made their way to the championship game and, maybe do pretty good in it. Because by then, all these freshmen that have come in, they're going to be juniors, maybe seniors, depending on how their eligibility goes. I don't know. And then hopefully, as we progress on the win totals, we start progressing on these recruits coming in because we went 5-7 last year and we got the recruiting class coming in. I think as long as we improve on the field, I think it's just going to get better. So it's definitely an uphill climb. But they just if they could just beat the teams that they're supposed to beat, they'll be all right. In other words, we can't have any more of those Middle Tennessee debacles.
No.
We can't have no 4 overtime win against Virginia. We can't be anemic offensively.
Mm-hmm.
And it needs to get back to where we have the depth where the next man up is just as good as the person they replaced.
Yeah.
So, what are you and of course everybody else in the chat? I don't know if we still have our international folks with us. They probably said, "Screw this, we're out of here." So what would y'all like to see in the upcoming season as far as the Coach Coop show goes? What y'all hoping to see? Because I don't know what's going to go down. He says he had a lot of ideas and thoughts and a lot of stuff he's going to do. Just kind of like to see what do y'all think he's going to do?
Well, obviously, we all know this track is going to be coming soon, so that's the first thing that we're going to get a taste of. You know, I kind of get where Coop's coming from, quality or quantity over quality or quality over quantity, whatever the heck it is. You know, um, I kind of like, it's going to be interesting to see, Coop, if he stays true to his word, which I believe he will. It's going to be interesting to see, him posting videos daily, him doing live streams. I know he said he's got something planned with Melissa, so that's definitely going to be interesting. Um, so when he says he's got something planned with Melissa, I wonder if it's something football related or basketball related because I know Melissa's always wanted to try to cover basketball, which I wonder, if he's actually gonna, branch out and maybe, try something else, which I think would be kind of cool to see. Or he might, do what he did, I think last year is do his previews of breaking down each opponent and then have his special guests on it. You
Right.
know, maybe with a little bit of a twist, probably. You know, mm, yeah, there's a number of things that that it really could be. Let's see what.
Uh, let's see. Yeah, Phil. Yeah, we're gonna still have that $5 score prediction. I mean, we spoke about that last night. Um, Workforce says just not another F. Oh, that's the winning the $500. Workforce talking about it's probably merch related. Uh,
Oh
Said he
yeah,
pitched
true.
the idea to both of them. Phil, Hoodie Girl, Coach Coop collab, kind of like what you were talking about, Bryce. And this track better make it to the ACC network. Well,
No, no,
uh,
it probably on the CW now.
that's right. Owned by Paramount. Anyway, but my honest opinion, and I'm not being, I don't want to be the negative Nancy or anything, but let's be honest with ourselves. I've said this before. You know, Coop's trying to pay the light bill doing the YouTube thing. All
Yep.
right. That's what he does. I think he does a fine job of it. And, you know, the more videos he can put out, the more views he can get, the more likes he can get. Because let's face it, if Coop puts out a video, we're all going to watch it, you know. But my thing is, I think the trying to get more videos out, I think it's I believe it's what he says where he's just trying to get he just wants to get more content out there. And I think it's also to try to help his channel succeed also
Right.
monetarily or whatever. Oh,
Mm.
but yeah, I'm real curious to see how his prediction show that he has. I'm real curious how that goes. I'm real curious on the format of the call-in night before show. Real
Mm.
curious to see how that goes. But I mean, he's still gonna probably he's his game viewing stream. It's gonna probably still be the same, you know. But I am real curious to see how his prediction show goes, and then of course the call-in show. I think it's going to be different, but it might still be kind of the same if that makes any sense.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he'll have people on, whether it be a Coop and Melissa show. I don't know. Uh, me personally, we talked about it last night. I would just like to see. I like to see the everyday people in there. I'd like to see, yourself, Bryce. I like to see Workforce Freebie in there. I like to see the swag boy on there. You know, what's the swag of the week? And that's Phil, by the way. Phil is the swag boy. Uh, throw Chris on there, and some of these other cats, just everyday people that we see in there all the time.
You
Just
know
let
what?
her, give them a little 5-10 minute, what do you think?
Right, right. You know, it's I know. So first, I'm gonna an answer what Phil said here, because Phil said, "Does Miami, Ohio even have any fans?" Is the number one question, which surprisingly they do.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
they do. Isn't that
Workforce,
where Roethlisberger went to school? Big Ben Roethlisberger from
yeah,
Pittsburgh.
yep, yep, that's where he went to school at. Workforce Preview said they are not even in Miami; they are in Oxford, Ohio. Miami is not a region, not a city. It's true. Then Phil says they probably have more fans than Cookman. Probably Ohio has 5 fans. No, I mean I think Miami, Ohio has a pretty decent fan base. I mean I don't expect there to be a lot of Miami, Ohio fans at Hard Rock, but probably a couple. Miami Valley is a specific geographical location, but not a city. We need a Miami, Ohio fan to come in and call in the show. That would be cool. That'd be cool. See what they think, how what they have to think. But thing that I was gonna say though, Phil, you need to change your username, but keep it as Phil and keep the Phil Romano, but do it like this: Phil the Swag Romano.
The swag. There you go. There you go. And again, Phil, I'm rooting for you. I'm anticipating hearing you on that call-in show, dude. Stay confident. You'll be all right. But yeah, now talk about the call-in show. I'm wondering if Coop is going to initiate some type of call-in feature. I know he tried something. Was it year before last? Where you had somebody who called in, and for some reason, I don't know if the system was messed up, but it's like people were still calling while the person was talking. I think that was year before last. Hey, Bryce decided to come back. Hell, I thought he took off. I thought the clothes were dry. There he is.
That's
Oh,
fine.
I was just saying,
Mm-hmm.
I think it was year 4 last where Coop tried some type of system, and it just was a total debacle because you Bryce, you could, for example, you could be sitting there talking to Coop, make your way in, which goes along with what Workforce just said. But yet I could still just be calling and calling. Oop. And it doesn't give me a busy signal, but it keeps interrupting the ringing is going on while you're talking. But oh, yeah, Workforce has got to be better method than just dumb luck trying to call in and hope you get through. Yeah. And it's kind of like the nature of the beast because those Friday night shows, I mean, you could have you know an average of say 150 people watching that thing, you know
Mm-hmm.
and even if you just have 100 people or hell even 50 people, it's kind of like the old trying to call the radio show to win tickets to the rock concert, be caller number 6 when you hear, you know but I'm just spitballing here, but if maybe if Coop had some friendly Time Life operators like a telethon or something that could, I don't know. I guess I mean if you put people in a holding pattern, like you know, the either you'll be number 5 or 6, or kind of like if you call like a AT&T or something that says all operators are busy. Uh, Please hold. Your estimated wait time is 45 minutes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I mean, but on the other side of that, it's kind of the thrill of the hunt. Uh it's just the idea of just trying to get in. And then when you get like that, slow talking Texas A&M fan that will sit here and just keep talking real slow. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? It's like, dude, shut up. I want to call. Shut up. I want to call, you know? And then you get some of these guys that want to be, their life ambition is to be a color analyst for ESPN, and this is their opportunity to shine. And they'll sit there and talk X's and O's for 30 minutes, and everybody's like, dude, shut up. I want to call in. I want the money. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. I think that's something Coop would probably have to discuss with other content creators on how they do it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh I don't know. I don't know. But it is what it is. Um, I don't know if he's gonna have any type of entertainment before the call-in portion, kind of like last year they had the was it last year the player parent or year 4 last? It's all a blur. But you'd have the player parent segment for about the first 20 minutes, I guess, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then he would get into the call in portion. But I mean, because next thing you know, we've been taking calls for already an hour, and poor Coop just wants a taco, you know.
Yeah.
But I just hope Coop doesn't try to overdo it. I think if he just does what he does, he'll be all right. I don't want him to start having to force it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So now we're gonna go again. This is classic me. We're gonna go into something totally unrelated to anything we've talked about. So tomorrow, for the first time in my life, I have a first time in my life experience happening. So I need y'all's help and guidance. Tomorrow, I will be taking my first trip to Costco. I don't know if any of y'all have ever ventured to a Costco. Now, I mean, I've been to Sam's Club. They've had those since I was just a wee lad. But I've never been to the Costco. I've seen the movie Employee of the Month back in the day. So I guess what I'm asking is, in comparison to a Sam's Club, what makes the Costco the Costco? Go ahead.
Well, I mean, if you read what Workforce Freebie says, don't go hungry. That's that's rule number one.
Don't. Well, you don't ever go grocery shopping hungry or
Well, yeah.
anything that has food. You don't go hungry because I'm sure. Oh, I'm pretty sure they got like umpteen thousand freezers and refrigerator places chocker block full of everything.
Oh yeah. 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 I ain't gonna lie to you, I've not been because we have Costco's down here. Well, I'm pretty sure anywhere that you go would probably have a Costco. I haven't been to Costco in so long, but for one, it definitely is it's a pretty big store. Um,
Is there anything that I really need to look at probably purchasing? Is there that one thing that everybody gets at Costco when they go? Do they have like fancy chocolate covered almonds, or do they have these
um,
pork skins or cold drinks or chicken, or is there something that everybody always gets when they're there?
Most of the time, depends on what you're really looking for. You know, personally, for me, again, it's been so long since I've actually, set foot in a Costco. You know, but I know, like, for me, working at a grocery store because I work at Publix, some there's some items that typically that we would carry that that other stores don't typically carry.
Right,
Uh,
right, right.
and then so yeah, I mean, you might find some chocolate almonds, you might find some certain type of bread, that you typically normally wouldn't see. Um, they could be, from if we're gonna talk about price range here, could be cheaper at Costco, could be cheaper over here, but I don't
But
know, North.
sometimes it's really. I remember like with Sam's, I paid attention. You know, sometimes even though you're buying like 50 gallons of mayonnaise, you're basically still paying the same money as if you would have bought 50 gallon size mayonnaises, if that's even a word, at the store. You see what I'm getting at? In other
Mhm.
words, yeah, you can get that big 50-gallon drum of mayonnaise, but per portion, or pound for pound, you basically kind of paying the same for the other one. Now, I'm not even getting a little pint sized mayonnaise because I call mayonnaise Satan sauce. So, you ain't gotta worry about that. But now I just kind of anticipated,
Yeah. You not a mayonnaise fan, Jordan?
Oh God, no. No, I don't even know why they made that stuff, dude. No,
So
no,
so
no.
so your least favorite bowl game is the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Got it.
Yeah, because when they sit there and throw that crap all over the dude, I mean, it's like I get it's just like, shoot, uh, almost get that,
All
no.
right. So Cheez It Bowl. Got it.
Oh, I like Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its are good. I like the
Yeah.
Cheez-Its, but not the mayonnaise.
Oh yeah. So
Not the
Phil said,
mayonnaise.
yeah. Finger foods, appetizer, best game day foods. I agree. Wings, potato skin, pretzel bite, chips, and dip, mini hot dogs, salmon bites, just to name a few. Yeah,
Salmon bites. That sounds interesting. I do like some good salmon.
yeah. I don't know, man.
But anyway,
The,
I don't want to turn. I don't want to.
the only thing I can really say to you, Jordan, is have fun, man. Have fun.
Oh, I will. I mean, I don't really have anything else going on to tomorrow, and the wife wanted to go by there, so it's my first time. I thought I'd ask y'all because y'all would never steer me wrong.
Oh no.
But and
But
honestly, dude, I'm gonna be
what's
honest with you, bro. There's really not much else to talk about because you know, I mean, we could always
the
sit here and talk about how bad
mhm.
Coop's, critique Coop's coaching abilities tonight. Because I'm gonna tell you what, if I would have heard halfback pass one more time, I was about to go outside and just scream. Now, I just say it. I again, I know it's a game. I know it's a game. We're just having fun. It's just
Mhm.
fun. But I mean, you know, I let's try something different. It's like all we've done is halfback pass and throw the slant to Harold. Well, okay. What if you changed your receivers around and had Harold going out on the halfback pass? But anyway, I'm just saying it's like it's kind of like when that first time you hear that song that really gets your foot tapping and your booty shaking. You're like, yeah, you jam into it. You hear it that second time. Oh yeah. Next thing you know, the radio's done played it like 20 times in the last hour, and now you're like, ugh, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, it's just a game. Everybody was having fun. I'm not saying I'm getting mad at
So
Coop. Don't go telling
mhm.
anybody that.
Right.
You know. Oh, yeah, workforce. I thought the running, honestly, averaging that 3, 4, 5 yards a carry. Why stop? You know,
Yeah.
why stop? Just keep. And that's one thing that I've noticed. Even when the computer plays a computer, I know they get pass happy. Uh Case in point, last night in that Florida State game, the first series, Miami threw the ball 3 straight times. You know, oh, but yeah, I don't know. Again, it's just a game. It's not that big a deal, but I would have liked to, if the run was working, run it. You know,
Yeah. I
I
mean,
mean, the game was in control, but then again, I mean, he did have those interceptions. I'm like, okay, here we go. And I really thought he was going to throw at least 4 interceptions tonight. I really did.
yeah, no.
You
I would
know,
have said I said three. You already had two, so I was like, all right, so we
yeah,
need one more.
right, right, right.
Yeah. I mean, I think well, he did a good job for the most part. I mean, he held the Gators to like 10 points, which is pretty good. Talk about from a defensive side, special teams was big in tonight's game, breaking off 50, 60 plus yards and just what's the word I'm looking for? You get what I'm trying to say.
Right.
But
I mean, I just hope I just hope that the new football game comes out next year, like they say.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Hmm.
Uh just for the
Yeah.
sake of Coop and his virtual season, because he
Hmm.
has had some pretty interesting situations this year. This virtual season.
Hmm. Yeah.
But
So here's a topic that I think we could talk about. So you said you did watch the Dolphins preseason game today, right?
well, I watched the first half. I watched the
Uh,
first half. I didn't watch the
okay.
second half because all the second and third string were coming in, and I'm like,
Hmm.
eh.
Right. Yeah. But as I was on Twitter, watching the game, um, forget some media reporter tweeted this, and honestly, he made a very good point. So obviously, Tua did play today. He only
Right.
played about, I think, like two series, and that was about it. Obviously, the first play of the game, he threw an interception to former Miami Hurricane Denzel Perryman.
Yeah. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, well, and then after that, well, then that happened, and then there was some miscues on the snaps. Snaps were high, and
Yeah.
then I was like, as I was watching it, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Furthermore, though, after that, it was like, okay, now he's shredding. He's literally shredding the Houston Texans
Yeah.
defense.
Yeah. Exactly. It was like
But
night and day.
yeah, and then but going back to what the media reporter said, he said Dolphin fans are gonna, obviously talk about Tua's interception, but they're not going to talk about what he did at what the Dolphins did after that, where they literally bounced back and Tua literally just shredded the Texans defense.
Right.
All they're gonna talk about is like, oh, the first play of the game he threw an interception. Like even I tweeted it out. It's like, look, Tua made a bad read, and that's on
Right.
Tua. And yeah, is he gonna get heat for that? Absolutely, he's gonna get heat for that. But it was the response that I think was big, you know, because again, I know it's preseason, but you also have to look at it like, okay, let's just say if this was the actual season, how are you going to be mentally after that? With throwing first play of the game, you throw an interception. Now your center is literally throwing snaps literally almost over your head.
And everybody else is just like, oh, was that a whistle that blew? I'll just stop. You
Yeah.
know.
Hmm. But
And then they go down the field, in 14, 15 plays and score a touchdown. But I mean,
yeah.
yeah, you're right. And I understand what you're saying. I mean, it's preseason, dude.
Mm,
It's the first time being on the field, you know. Now, of course, if you're making all these millions upon millions of dollars, you think you would be game ready almost every day.
hmm.
But that's beside the point. Uh I think that was just preseason. I think it's just preseason. I mean, you're gonna see that all over the place, you
Hmm.
know. Uh
You don't have
now
an
I
NFL. You don't have an NFL team, do you, Jordan? Or
well,
do
I
you?
like the Dolphins.
You like the Dolphins?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But now they only have 3 preseason weeks. Next week is the last week of preseason, right?
I have to go back and look.
I thought they shortened it because they lengthened it to 18 games this year. I thought. Don't quote me on it.
No, I believe
Uh
you're. I believe you are right.
and I'm kind of glad because in seasons past, man, you have that first game where it's kind of like nobody plays. Then the second game you might get the stars for a series,
Hmm.
and then you get to that third week and you might get the starters for a quarter,
Yep.
and then you get to the fourth season, it's like, ooh, they're playing 2 quarters this time.
Yeah. You
But
know what I
with the
you,
preseason happening, there's
mhm,
nothing else going on. So it's like, hey, you take what you can get.
right. Yeah. But you know what I was thinking of throughout the virtual season? I was like, imagine, because they changed the rule in college football when you get a first down now, the clock doesn't stop on first downs.
Until it's like what, under 2 minutes or 5 minutes
I think under two.
I think at the end of the second and end of the fourth, I think. But anyway,
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, but it just made me think about that because like the certain games that the CBU was close in, and then some of the games that when Coop was playing was close in. I was like, dang man, imagine if he implemented that this season. Oh my goodness, he would have so much pressure on him.
Right. But I mean, then again, with all the television timeouts, do you really need to worry about it? You know,
Not really,
especially
and on top of that, you still have your three timeouts. Like,
right, right, right. It's like watching a pro game. It's like they score a touchdown, and then you got like 3 minutes of commercials. And then we're going to kick the extra point, and then we go back to commercial for 3 minutes. Oh, we're going to kick it off, and then you see where I'm getting at. You know,
yep,
why can't you just keep going? I mean, don't get me. I understand it's all about the money and advertising and stuff, but
it's
again,
annoying. It's very
it is.
annoying.
But I really wish. I mean, I know ESPN and them do it for like the playoffs and the championship, but you'll have the stream or the broadcast as it's like it's that overhead camera that goes around on the ropes and the wires and stuff. The sky cam, I think they still call it.
Yep.
And you have no announcers. You don't really have any commercials. Well, I mean, you have the commercials, but they kind of like the screen goes up to where you still can see it. But it's pretty cool. I like that, but I understand that the commercial pays the bills with advertising and stuff, but I mean, come on, man. We can't, score a touchdown, do the extra point, kick off, receive, and then
See
go to
when
commercial. you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
See when they do that, and especially if the Canes are playing an away game, and if you got like other big time games going on, I'll just flip it to the next commercial, watch that game for a little bit, and then go back.
Yeah.
It's usually what
But
I
what
do.
sucks is when they all get synchronized on their commercials,
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
Hmm.
Now I'll do the on my Xbox, the ESPN app on my Xbox. I can do like the picture in the picture. I can do up to 4 at one time, and I'll,
Hmm.
I'll do that. If they
See,
are, I at least because sometimes you'll have the games that come on, say the 3:30 games,
hmm,
the afternoon games.
right.
Usually that's where some of your real good games are, and then you'll have some good games in prime time.
Hmm.
Which brings me to another point. A couple of weeks ago we were talking about, you know, where should Miami go if they were to leave the ACC, and of course, I was saying the SEC and stuff. But one thing I forgot to mention about going to the SEC, how many times does the SEC not play on Saturday? Think about it. How many times do you see an SEC team playing on Thursday? It's
Yeah.
not. I mean, they it happens, but it's not as much. I mean, take like Miami or the ACC. It's like we're playing almost every Thursday, you know. But with the SEC, they only play on Saturday.
Yeah. I mean, it's very rare to see an SEC team play on a Sunday or a Friday.
Well, I
Heck,
mean,
even on.
once the season kicks in, I mean, yeah, you got your, the beginning of the season, you got that Sunday game, and then you got a
Mhm.
Monday night game with who's it, like Georgia Tech and Clemson. Who cares?
That's
Uh
Duke, and Clemson.
Duke. Okay, so Duke and Clemson. Who cares? Uh I'll probably watch it just because it's football.
Hmm.
Uh but yeah, I mean something like that. That's different. But I mean, I'm talking. When we get into the end of September, October, November, you know, pay attention this year. I noticed it a few seasons ago, but it's like very rarely. I mean, you may have one time where an SEC school plays on a Thursday night. Most of the time, Thursday night seems to be dedicated for ACC, Miami, uh, and any other smaller conference.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I forgot to mention that the other day. But it's
Hmm.
funny how that works, huh? You
It
know,
is. You know, to be honest with you, you make a good point. I never even really thought of that. You know.
and also the majority, I didn't know the Pac. Well, Pac-12, Pac-4, Pac. Who cares?
Pac four.
Yeah, whatever they want to call themselves. And then there were four.
The
Uh
Pac no more.
yeah, they probably do it, but I was just saying. But one thing I do notice uh is the majority of their games primarily are in that 3:30 slot anyway. Uh you might have an early game that might be pretty good, but most of their big games are either at that 2:30 or they'll have some of
Two
the prime time stuff.
2:30, 3:30 prime time. That's
3:30.
usually.
I'm an hour behind. Forgive me. So
No,
the
you're good.
afternoon, the mid afternoon
You're
game,
good. You're
the
good.
middle
You're
game,
good.
the middle game. You know, but
Yeah.
I
Well,
just
I
thought that
do.
was pretty crazy.
Yeah. I do know one thing though. You're gonna be an LSU fan for a day.
Oh yeah, I've already said it. You know, sometimes I have to take the Miami glasses off, the orange and green glasses, and you got to venture out outside your comfort zone. And yeah, I can't root for Florida State, dude. You know,
No.
I
No.
can't do it.
No. I
So
can't. I can't either. It's like trying to decide, like, okay, well, when FSU was going against Florida, it's like, well, who are you rooting for? It's like,
I just don't
what?
watch it.
It's like, well, I mean,
I don't. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't.
yeah,
But if I had to make a choice, if I had to, if there was a gun to my head, I would probably go for Florida State just because Florida is a bunch of assholes. I have
understandable.
no I have no respect. I'm talking capital NO, no respect for Florida.
I agree.
I do, I don't like Florida State, but I have respect for them.
Yeah,
I have no respect for Florida. None.
no, no. That's why I'm rooting for Utah. But yeah,
Yeah. Trailer trashy. Oh, I have never heard it called that before. I mean, I've heard it called, trailer hassy or, I've never heard it called trailer trashy. And, it's right. I mean, I've passed through that town. It's like, damn, if it wasn't for that college, there wouldn't be nothing there. You know?
hmm I've been up there. Not to Del Campbell, but I've been up to Tallahassee one time, and
I mean, I know that's y'all state capital city, but I mean, no
mhm,
disrespect to you fine Floridians there, but damn, bro.
yeah, that's definitely a far drive for sure. I only went out
Yeah,
there.
I'm sorry. I was just looking at
Yeah.
workforce, calling the semi holes and tally nasty. Yeah, I always just call them the semen holes, you know. But we could be here all night talking about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man. So I guess it looks like it must. I guess swag boy. The swag is. I will call him swag boy, but the swag is here.
Mm-hmm.
Workforce is still here, and I guess it's just us two. I guess we lost the Argentina crowd. They probably went out and played some soccer. I wish I had some Argentinian coffee though. Them cats in South America can make some coffee, amongst other things. But oh, Bryce, are you checking on the laundry, sir? I hope you used the dry. Hey, there you are.
Nah. No. I was
Workforce.
actually.
By the way, did they spell? Yes, that's exactly how they spell. I don't know how to pronounce. I don't know if that's pin, penay, penny. I don't know, and I don't want to miss. It's hard. I'm not very fluent in the Argentinian culture, so I don't know how. I don't want to mispronunciate. And then I don't know. I look at that and I see. I mean, it could be pine. That's Spanish for pin. Fill in the blanks. Trolling you in Spanish. Oh, okay. Well, screw it. Who cares? Well, that was pretty cool. I like that. Hey, I'm back up in there. Hi, my name is Pine. Ah. Hey, that's fine by me. Oh, ho. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, bruh, it is what it is. He wants to call himself that. He's got low esteem. But nah, it's cool. It happens. I guarantee you what, I won't be doing that Twitch crap anymore if that's what they're gonna do. But no, I tell you what, next time I'll play the stupid American and play along with them. I'm gonna come up with some type of Russian word for, well, I don't know. I'll play along with them. But I appreciate you telling us that now, workforce, like 3 hours after the fact. So anyway, that's funny as hell. That's funny. They got me. They got me. As you can see, I don't speak any other language besides English, and I can barely do that well. But anyway. Well, uh shoot. We have hit that magical hour again. Was there anything else y'all wanted to talk about? Because really, I just want discuss the Coop game and people's thoughts on his video, because I didn't realize people got up in arms about it, because I mean, hell, he just uploaded it like
Mm-hmm.
what, an hour before or 2 hours before the game, and see what everybody's thoughts on what they were looking forward to as far as Coop goes this year, and then again have another segment on our thoughts of the season for like the 200th time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I guess as we all know, because obviously we are looking forward to Canes this year. But I guess asking you, Jordan, and anyone else that's still in the chat, is there any games that you guys might be watching that you're looking forward to this year that isn't Canes related?
That is not Canes related.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna exclude LSU, and FSU because I know we're all gonna be watching that, and obviously
Well,
Florida and Utah.
Well, I guess for me, it's kind of a week by week situation based on how
So,
well the teams are doing.
so,
What I mean by that is, so
so,
yeah, so like we
so what I
have,
guess, so what I got here, what I'm looking at right now is I got your week one right here. So I'll just give you probably some good games. Uh, I don't know if you would say Virginia and Tennessee would be good. I think Tennessee would win that one fairly heavily. East Carolina, Michigan Wolverines. Michigan's favored to win that.
yeah,
Colorado, Buffaloes, and TCU. That one might be interesting because I'm curious to see how Dion does. Let's see. Indiana Hoosiers and the Buckeyes.
yeah, not really.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Boise State, Washington Huskies.
What you looking at week one? You said,
Mm-hmm. This is week one. Obviously, game day is North Carolina and South Carolina.
yeah, that's gonna be a pretty good one.
Yeah. Then you have West Virginia and Penn State.
Now I see that our good friends at Middle Tennessee State are playing at Alabama,
Yeah.
and you can mark my word right now. All right, Alabama right now is about a 39-point favorite. They're gonna probably beat them by like 50, and the floodgates are gonna open because I can
Mm-hmm.
guarantee you right now the announcers are going to be talking about how Middle Tennessee come down to Miami and beat Miami like they did. You'll see highlights for about a week. And then Alabama's going to come out, probably beat them like 63 to nothing. And then we're going to have to listen to those Alabama people.
Yeah.
I just happen to see that. Uh
Yeah. There's a couple of good games
yeah,
week one.
week one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Workforce says, are we talking about week one only or all season long? I think what was your question just regarding week one or the whole season, dude?
Well, I mean, we could talk the whole. I mean, we could talk the whole season, but then again, we'd be here for quite some time. But here's what I find it pretty interesting though, is because after UNC plays South Carolina, they got to play Appalachian State.
Hmm.
Now, and the only reason I say that is because we all know how Appalachian State is. Appalachian State ain't no pushover.
No, they're not. They're not. That could be a
That could be an upset.
what do they call that? They call that a letdown game.
Yeah,
The game after the week you had a big game.
yeah,
But excuse me, as far as but to answer your question, as far as any game, again, it just depends on you know who's on the up and coming. You know,
true. Yeah, that's
uh,
true.
or so Workforce brought up Old Dominion and Virginia Tech. Well, I mean, if Virginia Tech's having a down year, that could be a pretty good game. You know, oh, but I think honestly, just just thinking out loud, but that North Carolina South Carolina game, I know it's the first game of the season, yada 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 yada, but
Hmm.
it might give us some insight on what North Carolina kind of looks like.
True.
Uh, kind of give you an idea.
True, but you're also kind of get you're gonna get an insight on because the teams that we're playing this year, you're gonna get an insight on Virginia how they're gonna be this year because they played Tennessee, which let's be honest, we all know Tennessee's gonna kick Virginia's ass.
Right, right, right.
Then let's see who else we got here. Any other ACC teams playing? Let's see. UNC obviously, then FSU playing LSU, and then you have Clemson versus Duke, which Clemson's favored to win that game. That's a primetime game on a Monday night.
I can't believe that. I can't believe Clemson agreed to that. I know Duke would agree to it because of money, but I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I just didn't think Clemson would want to sit there and waste a Monday night prime time, everybody watching against a Duke.
Yeah. Where's this? Where is this at actually?
But yeah, workforce. Clemson and Duke play that Monday night.
Oh wow.
That's
This
Labor
is
Day night.
oh this is at Duke too.
Still won't matter. Now for Duke, this is like the Super Bowl, bro.
Oh, for
You know,
them, yeah.
it's Clemson at home Monday night, Labor Day Monday. Oh, it's gonna be crazy. I think Duke will get their punches in, but Clemson gonna come back and just beat them. You
Hmm.
know. Oh, so I get. I mean, while we're on that subject, and this has been another one of our let's just talk about whatever. That's what I like. Uh so it looks like that's top 25. Let me do all Division 1. So
Nebraska,
Saturday, looking at
Minnesota.
this
Let's
coming
see.
Saturday the 26th. All right, a week from today or a
Yep.
week from yesterday. Uh the only thing that really sparks my interest is the Navy Notre Dame game, which it feel sorry for the midshipmen. I just don't know if they're gonna be able to handle that. But I'm
Hmm.
real curious about that Florida International Louisiana Tech game. I think that might be a pretty even match game.
Yeah. Did you uh did you see FIU's Vice jerseys?
No, I
So
haven't.
I'm not an FIU fan, but they're not bad looking.
Mm.
And I know some people would like to see us the Canes have some Vice jerseys, but I don't know how they would. I don't know if that would look good.
Well, I'm an old school man. I like the classics, dude. I mean, the blacks and all that, the black colored jerseys, the white colored jersey. I mean, that's cool and all, but I'm just a straight, orange on to over white, white over orange. Let it ride.
Hmm.
But if you're gonna get money to wear that stuff, then hey, you can wear black uniforms in the middle of September. That's y'all's problem. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean even on that next weekend, the opening weekend that we play, that Thursday, that's where you have that Utah Florida game.
Yep.
Uh, of course, our game. Um, I don't know. I mean, we'll just have to wait and see because
See, week one, like to be honest with you, the way I'm looking at it right now, there's like probably about I'd say one, two, maybe three, maybe about four, just a couple games on here that definitely, that I think are going to be good. I think week two is a little bit better because once you get into week two, you have your 12 o'clock games. So week two is you got Utah and Baylor, which that'll be a good one.
but I
The,
kind of agree with Workforce. Yeah, I noticed that Nebraska Minnesota game, and that
mm,
might be a pretty good game, pretty even match game. And then funny you brought up that Arkansas State Oklahoma game. I saw where Oklahoma was favored like 30 something points over them, but never know, never know. But yeah, I mean, yeah, usually the first 3 or 4 weeks, well, I don't know about now, but usually the first 3 or 4 weeks, it was just nothing really. Nobody really played anybody,
Hmm.
but sometimes you can get some of those little gems in the rough, diamonds in
Hmm.
the rough games that turn out to be pretty good,
Yeah.
you know.
So here's a hot take for you. So in week 2, Texas versus Alabama. Do you think Texas could beat Alabama, considering that I think they were pretty close last year to almost beating Alabama last year?
Why not? Again, I, I don't see. I mean, are they playing at Alabama or at Texas?
Let's see.
I think it's at Alabama because I think they played at Texas last year. I think.
Yep, it's in Bama.
Yeah. Uh don't know. I mean, I'm sure Alabama's going to be just as tough as they always are. Uh
Well, as you all know, they are favored to win it, which doesn't shock me.
no, no. Uh but I mean, I think Texas got a pretty good shot, but if I had to put money down on it, I'd probably stay with Alabama, you know.
Mhm.
Uh but I think it would be worth watching the game just to see Texas and Alabama play,
Oh
you
yeah,
know. The real question is game day, Texas, Bama, Miami, A&M. Oh, they'll take Texas and Alabama every day of the week over us, you
absolutely.
know. Just from namesake, the old Texas and Alabama, two old school, you know, blue bloods of the college football scene. And then you
Hmm.
got, Miami and A&M.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll go. Game day is going to go to Texas and Bama also because that's future SEC matchup right there. You know what I mean?
Hmm. So
Besides, personally, I prefer game day not come to Miami. Let's keep it quiet. Let's just take
true,
care of business. Now,
true.
yeah, when Miami played North Carolina, not North Carolina, Notre Dame, they had game day there. And then were they there for the Virginia Tech game also or not?
I think so.
Well, I mean, and those are pretty good big games, especially the Notre Dame game. That was pretty big stuff. But uh until we get back to the winning ways, consistently winning ways, it's nice for them to come down and say hello, but let's take care of business and then worry about that later. But I understand all the fine folks down there, they enjoy all that, and I don't blame them, you know. But well, I think shit, we've been talking for almost an hour and a half now. Well, it's getting late. I think we're going to draw this to a close. Uh so next week Coop's going to have his question and answer show. I'm assuming Friday of next week. Uh I don't know. I might do something. I don't know. Formula One kicks back off next Friday. Uh which I'm glad because they've been on summer break for like the last month now. But yeah, we got that. And then of course, football kicks off the week after that. So we'll get together one day. Just stay alert, stay tuned, you know. But well, look, I appreciate everybody coming by. Uh Workforce, Bryce, Phil, Even the little Spanish dude playing games with my mind. That was funny though. He got me hook, line, and sinker, dude. He got me. He got me. He got me. But anyway. All right, guys. Well, look, I again I appreciate y'all stopping by. Y'all have yourselves a lovely morning. Have a lovely Sunday. And I hope to see y'all on the Coop Show with the questions. So thank y'all again. Y'all have a good evening.
You as well, John. Have a good one.
All right. All right. All right. There's the button.